Section 1.6, questions 14, 19 through 22, 25 through 27. Find the measure of each angle. EFG and LMN are supplementary angles, so that means that they add up to 180. So if we know that the two angles are 3x plus 17 and 1/2 x minus 5, we set up the equation that those two add up to 180. And then we can solve the resulting equation. So 3.5x would be 3.5x. 17 minus 5 is 12. Subtract 12 from both sides and you get 168. And if you divide 168 by 3.5, you get 48. Now, to find each angle, we're going to plug it back in. So 3 times 48 plus 17, which is 161. That's our first angle. And then 1/2 times 48 minus 5 would be 24 minus 5, which is 19. Or we could just do 180 minus 161 and we would get the same value. The next question I'd like to go over is number 19. It says, two angles form a linear pair. Which means that the two angles would look like this, and they add to 180. The measure of one angle is twice the measure of the other angle. So if we said this angle was x, the larger angle is 2 times x. So what we know is 2x plus x equals 180 because they are a linear pair. So 3x equals 180 and x equals 60. So the smaller angle would be 60 and the larger angle would be 2 times 60 or 120. Number 20. Two angles form a linear pair. Okay, so same kind of idea. Maybe start with the diagram. The measure of one angle is 1/3 the measure of the other. So if this one is x, and then the smaller one would be 1/3 of x, we could say x plus 1/3 x equals 180. 1 1/3 or 4/3 x equals 180. If we divide by 4/3, just be careful how you type that in. 180 divided by parentheses 4/3 gives us 135. So x equals 135. That's the bigger angle. And 1/3 of that, 1/3 times 135 is 45. Number 21. The measure of an angle is 9 times the measure of its complement. Find the measure of each angle. So complement means that we need to draw a right angle. And since we're talking about complements, and one of them is much, much bigger, so x and 9x. So x plus 9x equals 90 since it forms a right angle, since it's complementary. So 10x equals 90. And so x equals 9. So the little angle is 9 degrees, and the bigger angle is 9 times 9, or 81 degrees, and when we add them together, we get 90. Number 22. The measure of an angle is 1/4 the measure of its complement. So the larger angle is x, and the smaller angle is 1/4 x. and x plus 1/4 x equals 90. So 5/4x if we add those together. And then when we divide them, again, make sure you use parentheses. 90 divided by parentheses 5/4, 72. So that's the larger degrees, the larger angle. And 1/4 of that divided by 4 is 18. I'd like to move on to question 25. This picture shows the bridge in Seville, Spain. In the picture, measure angle 1, which is over here, is 58, and the measure angle 2 is 24. Find the supplement of angle 1. So they're just talking about this angle over here, right here, and they form a linear pair. So we're just looking at this part right here. So supplement means we're going to do 58 plus something equals 180. So we need to do 180 minus 58 to get 122. So the supplement of angle 1 is 122, adds to 180. Question 26, I mean. Same bridge, same picture, but now we're talking about find the measure of the supplement of angle 2. So here's angle 2. Okay, it's over here. And so we're looking at this angle now. And we know that 2 is 24, so I'll do 180 minus 24. And that's 156. And lastly, the arm of a crossing gate moves 42 from vertical. How many more degrees does it have to be so it's horizontal? So to be horizontal would be to be this line here. And right now it's got 42 degrees. So it's asking how much more does it need to go to get horizontal? So this would be 90 degrees because we see a right angle here, minus 42 degrees, and that gives us 48 degrees. That's how much more it needs to go in order to be horizontal.